Hello, everyone. Today, our topic is going to be rabbit holes and minefields. In today's devotional, we will talk about, oh, look, is that a squirrel? That's an example of a rabbit hole. Rabbit holes are the pitfalls of Christians trying to live their faith. Fame, prestige, fortune, nice clothes, a shiny new car, Sunday sporting events for kids, or sporting events for adults, violent movies, gratuitous sex. The Christian rabbit holes and minefields abound, and we know this. And the peculiar thing is, we get to say yes or no to them before we step into one or on one, but yet we keep doing it. Sadly, even though we know the dangers, we say yes to these things all too frequently. Why do you suppose that is? Sin is a universal human problem. It's something we all do. Why can't we make a dutiful decision not to sin and then never disobey God again? The Apostle Paul eloquently expressed his own frustration about sin in Romans 7:15 when he says, "For what I am doing I do not understand, for that which I will to do I do not practice, but that which I hate, that I do." Not everyone wants to sin, but everyone does sin. Again, why? Why do we so often fall short of God's standards and our own expectations? The Greek word most commonly translated as sin simply means to miss the mark, to fall short, to fail to adhere to the righteous standards God has set for us. Paul expressed the same concept, lamenting that all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God in Romans 3:23. Throughout history, God has revealed the proper standards for our behavior via His Word, His Bible. Whenever we miss the mark or fall short, we full well know what the results of that is, and yet here we still are, right? Paul goes on in Romans 7:16-18, we have limited natural ability to properly live up to God's standards and values. We repeatedly fall short of the honorable conduct God expects of us. Jesus identifies the flesh, our nature, as the cause of our sin. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Matthew 26:41. It is the weakness of the flesh that gives birth to sin. Our physical bodies subject us to weaknesses that can lead us down wrong paths. Our challenge then is to manage our desires. Ephesians 6:11-12 says, as Paul states, the full armor of God is what we need to be able to withstand the wiles of the devil, and we should put it on every day. It is the love of Jesus who died for us that we may find fortification and faith and hope through His forgiveness. Each of us must pray and focus our lives for God to help us overcome our fleshly desires. The rabbit holes are many, and the minefield is plentiful. Still, we know our God's love is more plentiful than our weaknesses. Salvation is simply not possible without the blood, the sacrifice, and love of Jesus Christ. Without him, we are surely lost. Let's take comfort in the fact that our God cares about us and he wants what's best for us. Lord, sin is a terrible thing. It's an affront to you and your creation. When you made everything, you declared everything good, and we screwed that up right off the bat. Lord, we thank you for you being there for us so that when I stand before the judgment seat of your Father, he will look down at me and see you, Jesus. He will see you and your sacrifice, and he will say, well done, good and faithful service. Let us move forward. Let us love God and sin no more. Have a good day, church.